Good morning, students. This is our second part of power sharing. In the first part, we discussed about the ethnic composition of Belgium, which was very complex, where the French speaking, who were in minority, they were relatively rich and powerful, whereas the Dutch speaking community, who were in majority, they got the benefit of economic development and education much later. This led to tension between the Dutch speaking and French speaking communities during the 1950s and 1960s. But they adopted an innovative method of power sharing arrangement where they accommodate social diversity or the ethnic groups. Now, in this part, we are going to study about the ethnic composition and power sharing arrangement in Sri Lanka. So let us start with the introduction of Sri Lanka. First, its geographical area. Sri Lanka is an island nation which is situated few kilometers off the southern coast of Tamil Nadu. The population of Sri Lanka is about 2 crore, which is same as Haryana. Now the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, 74% of the population are Sinhala speakers, whereas 18% of the population are Tamil speakers. The Tamils are of two subgroups, Tamil natives who were called Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils whose forefathers came from India as plantation workers during colonial period. If we talk about the religion, then most of the Sinhala speaking people are of Buddhist religion, whereas the Tamils are Hindus or Muslims. This is the map of Sri Lanka where clearly we can see the majority community of Sinhalas who are in yellow color, whereas the Sri Lankan Tamils who are in minority, they are in orange color. Indian Tamils are in dark brown and some of them are Muslims. Now, what were the measures adopted by Sri Lanka to resolve the problem of ethnic composition? Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948. And as we have already seen that Sinhala were in majority, so Sri Lanka adopted a majoritarianism measure. And according to that, in 1956, an act was passed, and according to that act, Sinhala was recognized as the only official language. Second, university positions and government jobs favored only the Sinhala applicants. And finally, a new constitution was specified to control and foster Buddhist religion. After these majoritarianism measures, what was the implications? These measures increase the feeling of separation or alienation among Sri Lankan Tamils because they were in minority, only 13%. The Sinhala leaders were not sensitive to their language or their culture. The constitution and government policies also denied their equal political rights. They discriminated them for getting jobs, other opportunities, and also ignored their interests. Now, what was the further implications of the majoritarianism measures? The result of these measures were tensions emerged between Sinhala and Tamil speakers, and the Sinhalas who were in majority, they imposed their will on the Tamil speakers. So after that, Tamil speakers raised their demands. Their demands were they wanted Tamil recognized as an official language. Second, equal opportunities in education and jobs. But the demands of Tamils were denied by the Sinhalas. after the denial of demands, by 1980s, several political organizations were formed demanding an independent Tamil Eelam or state in northern and eastern part of Sri Lanka. Later, this conflict was converted into a civil war. So, these are the two case studies, one from Belgium and other one is from Sri Lanka. In Belgium, as the government adopted the power sharing arrangement, which was very complicated, but it helped to avoid the conflict between the two major communities, that is, French speaking people and the Dutch speaking people. Whereas in Sri Lanka, though they used very simple method of power sharing, that is majoritarianism measure, which is very easy in short run but not very successful in long run. As the distrust arise between the two communities, that is between the Sinhalas and the Tamils, which turn into widespread conflict and soon it will turn into a civil war. So the conclusion is in Belgium, as they adopted power sharing arrangement, the country become united. They respect the feeling of different communities and regions. Whereas in Sri Lanka, if majority community wants to force its dominance over others and refuses to share power, it can undermine the unity of the country. That is all with this chapter or with this part.